What if I told you that there are questions you may not have asked yourself about your upcoming retirement? Such as, are you prepared to be with your partner 24/7, 365 days a year? That's going to be a whole new experience. Think about it. In the beginning, you might have spent every waking moment together, but that quickly shifts into children, family, jobs, everything else. And you spend very little time together. Mostly it's just weekends and evenings. What's going to happen to you and your relationship when you can't get away from each other? When you are together 24/7, 365, it's going to change everything. For me, for example, I have been sort of retired now for about 7 years. And I've learned how to be alone. I didn't like it at first, but I've learned how to really enjoy being alone. I have learned how calming it is to just be by yourself and do everything the way you want to do it. And I cherish that time alone. Now, on the weekends and in the evenings, I step aside when my husband gets home. He wants things done his way. He feels that he has very limited time because of his job. So I just back away and I just know come Monday, I'm alone again. I get the quiet house again. I get to do things the way I want them done again. But very, very soon, in fact, 1,221 days from now, that's all going to come to an end. He will be here every single day, sun up to sundown. And we are going to have to figure out a new life together. Because the life that we have right now will not work in retirement. We are going to have to completely dissolve what we know now and make something completely new and different. Have you ever thought about that? Have you really thought about that, sat with that? That retirement means you are together 24/7, 365. It is really worth thinking about so that you're prepared for the changes that are coming. I can't even tell you what all is going to change. I know it's going to be different. And if you stick with me, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that fun stuff, in 1,221 days, we will start to see what this is going to do to my relationship. Right now, it's a 45-year relationship. By the time he retires, we will be in it for 48 years. We will see what is going to shift after he retires. It's going to be a whole new relationship. I know that. Next question. Have you figured out how much income you need to keep your current lifestyle the way it is? I learned that you're supposed to save 10% of everything you earn. And the whole thing behind it was, if you can't learn how to live off 90% of your income now, how are you going to learn how to live off 60 to 70% of your income later? And what they were saying in that is that come retirement time, expect your income to drop. Well, that's kind of a scary notion, right? Because right now we live paycheck to paycheck. Actually, we live paycheck to beyond paycheck. And we use a personal loan to cover whatever goes over our paycheck. That's how we live. I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, I know it's a stupid way to live, but that's how we live. And I know that's how other people live too. We tend to live beyond our means. So how are we going to live off less? That means we're going to have to sacrifice huge amounts of stuff to be able to survive on less. We don't even know what we're going to have in retirement because we've never actually looked into it. He's going to get a pension. He works for a school district, therefore it'll be a government pension. We don't know how much it's going to be every month. Right now, he is in the process of working a lot of overtime because he has told me that his monthly income from his pension will be based on his last few years of work, what his paychecks are. So what he's doing right now is working a ton of overtime to try to increase those paychecks so that it's a bigger income. We don't even know what it's going to be, though. He's also going to get Social Security. I don't get Social Security. I haven't worked in 16 years at a real job. Therefore, I don't have enough work credits, and whatever I have put into Social Security in my previous work history, I don't get to get that back. But he's going to get Social Security, but we've never looked into how much. We don't even know when he should start drawing it. We have not looked into any of that. For whatever reason, we've just kind of stuck our head in the sand and hoped that it all works out in the end. I got to tell you, it is causing me a lot of anxiety right now to not know where we're going to be in the future, because money has always been one of the biggest issues in our life. Never having enough to do all the things we want to do, buy all the things we want to buy, go all the places we want to go. Money's kind of been always a problem, which has caused my husband to have side jobs, doing lawn work, working overtime at work just to have more and more money all the time because we just want more and more stuff. Retirement is telling me at some point we're going to get too old to do the side jobs. The overtime will be gone. We'll be on a fixed income. And we've never learned to live completely within our means. We've always just like, we went over this month. No big deal. We'll just use a credit card. We'll use the personal loan. We'll just do whatever. We'll make up for it later. I'll just work a little extra next month to pay for this that we're doing right now. We've not learned self-control. We've not learned to live within our means. Where are we going to be when we retire? The whole not knowing bothers me. It really bothers me. It keeps me awake at night. Also, I've been taught by you can see them behind me. These are all my finance books. To not be in debt. Especially when you retire. We're going to go into retirement with a mortgage that won't be paid off until we're well over 75 years old. We have a truck payment right now. We will always have a new car payment because my husband buys a new car every 3 years. Right now we have a personal loan that we use to cover us if we spend too much for the month. Because right now, like I said, it just works a little extra overtime to cover what we spent too much on this month. That's all going to come to an end. We have a credit card that we use all the time. We do pay it in full right now. But at some point, we could get into trouble again. We've been in trouble many times before. Many times before. Because we just want what we want, right? And we just are willing to do whatever right now to get what we want without thinking about future consequences. And the future is upon us now. And it's going to be a little tiny fixed income. And the prices are going to keep going up. And our income is going to seem smaller and smaller and smaller as prices go higher and higher. We have not learned how to deal with that. What's going to happen in retirement? We are forced to deal with that reality. I'm not looking forward to the answer on that, but that's coming also. So again, subscribe, hit the notification bell, stay tuned, because we're going to see what all these decisions that we've made now, how they're going to affect us in retirement. It's going to be interesting. We have not followed conventional financial wisdom. We have just done whatever we've wanted, and we will see how that plays out in the end. That leads me into the next problem of this house in general. A lot of people talk about downsizing. Downsize in retirement years. Make life easier for yourself and downsize. I understand the make life easier part. As far as our 2.5 acres is a lot of maintenance work. Got to take care of the roof, got to clean skylights, got to clean out gutters. All that stuff requires physical abilities that are going to decline on us as we continue to age. to give this up and go someplace where there's no longer maintenance that we have to do, that would make a lot of sense. But the financial side of downsizing for us makes no sense whatsoever. We bought this house at a steal, $92,000. Our payment every month on the mortgage, the insurance, and the property taxes is under $1,000 a month for 2.5 acres, 3-bedroom mobile home. Yes, the mobile home, we've never fixed it, so it's falling apart. But we cannot do any better financially than this place. To move, to sell this place and go rent. Right now, the rents are averaging what, $1,700 and up? That's double what we're paying. I don't want to do that to myself, especially not knowing how much we're going to have in retirement. To sell this place and buy something else. We bought this place for $92,000 15 years ago, and it is now worth almost $400,000, even in the shape it's in. For us to move, even if we move into a cracker box, it's going to be way more expensive than this place ever was. So the whole thing financially, it makes no sense to move. But what's going to happen when we can't maintain it anymore? That's a big question on my mind. I know we're the kind of people who, I'm not even going to worry about it for now. We'll just wait till the time comes. I'm a little bit more always trying to figure things out in advance. I'm kind of like a prepper, I want to be prepared for things. I want to know what's coming, but there's no way of knowing. So I guess, again, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to find out what's going to happen to us in 3 years from now when he retires. Will some of my worst fears become our reality? Or will we're just not going to worry about it till the time comes? Is that going to be the best way of living? We don't know until it happens, right? We just don't know until it happens. It's going to be interesting. The whole thing is just, we are stepping into the last part of our life. We have no idea what it's going to be like to be together constantly. We have no idea how much money we're going to have. We have no idea how long we can live here and still maintain this place. It's going to be a wild ride, and I hope you come with us. Thanks so much for watching. It's Cherie with the Sacred Feminine, and I will talk to you again soon.